so much, everyone. Let's hear now from the other side of the divide. I'm now being joined by the new interim National Secretary of the Labour Party, Senator Darlington Nwokocha. Thanks so much indeed, Senator, for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Sean.
It's good to see you again. I'm worried, though, and the reason is because there are those who believe that whatever you are doing on this side of the divide, there's no basis of it in law. That you do not have any legal basis for, first and foremost, conducting that NEC meeting. Who chaired it? What power does it possess to chair that meeting? On what basis in law do you have to be an interim officer of the party?
Well, thank you, Sean, and good evening, Nigerians. Like you said, there's something they call legitimacy. And when you talk about legitimacy, you have to look at the process, the rope that must have taken you to that place. One, when in the absence of National Working Committee, I don't want to go back to
history. A lot of Nigerians are familiar with that
because court, because the Supreme Court is the final court of this land, and we must respect it. And when the name of Abure was mentioned, that is not qualified to be part of the National Working Committee, they sacked the entire National Working Committee through the pronouncement of that court. That court was appealed by Nenadi and myself. And INEC joined us during the first appeal before the Supreme Court. Why I'm giving you this summary for you to know where
you're coming from before you get here.
Yes. So now, when the Supreme Court, which is the final court, the highest court, the hierarchy, the highest, the peak, said, no, personally, they mentioned his name, you are not supposed to be here. You are disqualified because your tenure has expired. Now, at the end of the day, I don't think there's any other person that should, because at the first instance, when the court, at the magistrate court, and at the Federal High Court and the Supreme Court said, oh, you're qualified, we didn't disturb. We are very constitutional.
But in the Supreme Court, Senator, I've read that judgment. Yes. There isn't any place specifically in the ratio of the judgment that says Abure has been disqualified.
No, when the court now says that the appellant, that your position is meritorious, it succeeds. What do you mean by that? What do you mean that whatever thing we presented?
What were your prayers, though?
What were our prayers?
Because, no.
Our prayers then. Our prayers was what? He was not qualified because his tenure had expired.
Do you know that the story originated from the Ondo saga?
No, I don't want you to go all that to that.
Because it has a linkage.
When you start all the interventions, we'll start listing all the interventions that INEC did. You know that the INEC is the regulator. If the regulator comes here now and said, oh, you are qualified or you are not qualified, do not come attend my meetings. Don't attend.
But are you worried that INEC is recognizing Abure?
No,
Abure's name is still on the portal of INEC.
Let me tell you, Shehu, that you place your picture here right now does not make you the owner of this place.
But INEC, as a regulator of all political parties,
that is what I'm saying,
has Abure's name as the national chairman of the party.
Then has they ever allowed him to attend any meeting? What matters most, has he been attending meetings? No, they've never allowed him. He has tried all processes, all procedures for him to go into the meeting. They've never allowed him. That you place your picture in this house does not make you that you're the owner of the place. You don't have any recognition.
Are you also worried that if you think that INEC or Abure is not the leader or the chairman of the party, what about the fact that the conduct of governorship primaries in Anambra as conducted by Abure Group is being recognized by INEC?
No, let me tell you, that is why I wanted to give you the synopsis of what happened. You see, the process before the final court judgment, before then, Abure had started that process. And you know, while the first court of first instance and second instance, while the processes were going on, we never interjected, we never got disturbed. We allowed the processes until it got to the Supreme Court that now gave their verdict. Now, because before that judgment, they have started the process. Say, okay, it doesn't matter. Even if the process has started, they gave...
No, but you have done a caretaker committee.
Yes.
In the process of the...
Of course.
What was it?
That was what gave us the locus to now appeal the
So you imagine that the Supreme Court judgment is in your favor.
Of course.
Abure group says it is in their favor.
Because the Supreme Court, after saying that Abure, the leaders of parties, should respect at any point in time their tenure has expired and humbly give way.
So let's go to today's event.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's still debated in your party what Supreme Court says. And I'm wondering if Supreme Court cannot settle this matter, who will? I'm not sure God will come down to settle this matter for the Labour Party. But the big question here, who chaired today's NEC meeting?
Alex Oti.
As what?
He is a member of the NEC. You see, constitution differs.
Yeah.
There are peculiarities. The constitution of PDP and that of Labour Party is not the same thing. Now, in the Labour Party, just like when we talk about coalition, coalition, the Labour Party has its own coalition within itself. You have the NLC, you have the TUC, you have elected people. That is what our constitution stated. Now, when the Supreme Court refers back to the political party, it's an internal affair. Then after the first organ is National Convention. The second organ is the NEC. The third organ is NWC, right? Now, when the first organ, National Convention, we are yet to get there because today we have been mandated to start the processes, conducting the elections from ward to local government to state to National Convention so that we can now establish the National Convention, which is the first organ. The second organ is the NEC. So in the absence of National Working Committee, which is the administrative arm, now it is the NEC. Now in the party constitution, our Labour Party constitution, what makes up the NEC? The remaining members of this NEC, since the total sack of the National Working Committee, TUC, 3%, NLC, 3%, and any elected governor and the deputy.
What about National Assembly members?
No,
State Assembly
that is something. These are statutory members of National Convention. Just like what somebody said that the party issue should be resolved by political party leaders. The political party leaders today we have in Labour Party, the entire National Assembly members, both the Senate and the House of Representatives, are part of the Nenadi-led and Dalit Nwokocha-led National.
So why?
Yes.
Why is it that it wasn't Nanadi Usman who led the NEC? Why was it that it was Alex Oti?
Fine. It's a matter of nomenclature problem. You see, you have semantics. You can say this is white, and the way you pronounce it, somebody may not understand. For the fact that the party belongs to people that wants to accommodate everybody. Like you said, oh, well, how can't Supreme Court resolve? Supreme Court have given it's just for people to now understand the entire system and now respect
I'm wondering why would Governor Oti chair the meeting?
That is why I'm coming. Now,
where there is Nanadi Usman.
Because of...
And so Nanadi Usman was absent from this meeting today.
No, she's because of certain reasons, not because that she was... she's not around. You know, she has some emergencies, so she traveled and she will be back soon. And everything, she's been signing all the necessary things before she traveled. You know, she just left and she's coming back immediately before the end of the weekend, right? So now, the critical thing is, you should understand is in the absence of National Working Committee, which other organ takes supremacy? In the hierarchy of our constitution, after National Convention, the next organ is the NEC, where OT belongs. And because of nomenclature, when we say NCC, National, the first committee, which we had, they are not understanding.
So Labour was present.
Committee.
Was INEC notified of this meeting?
Of course, very well.
Was INEC there to...
Very well. No, the Constitution didn't say that INEC must attend, but notify them, inform them.
No, it's not even your Constitution, it's INEC guidelines.
Yes.
All of what is done by the parties are supposed to be monitored by INEC, because INEC is the regulator.
Is the regulator, but it's not that it's a must.
No, you have to... But
you
have to notify.
Fine, it's a must that you must notify them, but not that they must attend. These are two different things.
Your convention, for example, it has to be monitored.
Definitely,
it has to be
attended. Yeah. You see, in hierarchy of importance, the National Convention, which is the #1 organ, you cannot hold it without having the INEC there. But some other parties, like NEC meetings and whatever. I mean,
so it was resolved today to return both of you to office and the rest
in interim national caretaker committee.
Why did you change it from caretaker?
Fine. Listen, Now the National Working Committee is out. Interim is just a matter of an adjective to strengthen, to make people understand. Because when we are saying caretaker committees, no, it's not in our constitution. National Working Committee is in the constitution. An interim National Working Committee means that this is interim. We want to midwife the process that will now bring in the
so that was the reason
position.
why you called it interim.
That's just very, the agenda was only two.
Why are you not able to call Abure? Why are you not being able to politically resolve this matter?
No,
why is it so difficult?
You cannot resolve a matter in Supreme Court. The Supreme Court had already resolved. How will you? Abure is just a former member.
If you think it has been legally resolved, but not politically resolved, because all of the issues as raised by Kennedy Ayonotu today, it still looks so much that the party is still in some quagmire.
Political resolution and legal resolution do not have the same strength. Legal resolution, you can now go to the court to find an answer. But political resolution, you can just resolve it within, which at times ADR could be involved.
So you don't care whatever Abure and the rest are saying?
No, they were our former members.
Oh, they are not members of the Labour Party any longer?
No, they're on suspension.
Have they been sacked?
They're on suspension.
But they say that they suspended Governor Oti for anti-party activity.
No.
Are you aware of that?
Governor Oti, if they suspend Governor Oti, that could be in their own room. But our own suspension, apart from being hinged by the structure itself, because we are legitimately placed right now through the Supreme Court, no matter how long it's going to take, because the regulator was part of this judgment, this appeal. Let them go and get any document to show that there was a time they were in court and the regulator, INEC, joined them in that suit. But we have a document, a very strong document, on oath.
Governor Oti is saying that they have to apologize if they want to remain in the party.
You know that Governor Oti is a very peaceful person. He's a very sound mind, a very responsible person. So for whatever that is worth, even if they come back and now say, oh, we are sorry, forgive us, we will forgive them. Are they not Nigerians?
You also say that Peter Obi and anyone who is participating in the ADC is free to do so. Is it not seen by your party's constitution as anti-party?
Well, Shehu, you see, you mentioned Peter Obi. I wouldn't have loved to mention him here because there's no reason for that. But even at that, Peter Obi is an individual. Yes, we respect him because he was our flag bearer for 2023. Like everybody, just like what APC had before. When President Buhari was there, this president now was the leader of APC. Do you understand? So we give him that respect. So even if he decides to move around, that does not mean that he has joined ADC or whatever. So he's a mature person that should interact freely. You know, cross-pollination of ideas is allowed.
But is Labour Party ready to join the coalition?
Like I told you today, when you talk about coalition, already Labour Party has machinery of internal coalition. You have an NLC there. But you have PUC.
There's the ADC.
You have market women.
There's ADC.
You have churches.
Senator,
yes.
the ADC opposition coalition platform has been unveiled. Yes. Will Labour Party actively be participating in that?
The Labour Party has been unveiled already. So why do you want to join the two for now? So
you are not you are not emptying your party into the ADC?
How do you, so why wouldn't you ask any other, because I've been listening to your programs, why haven't you asked APC, why are you not joining a coalition? Why is APC not joining coalition? You would have asked that question.
The coalition wants to
Is it because they have president?
No. The coalition said they are fighting APC.
Well, so, I don't know about that, and I don't know the ring. They've not told me that.
But why did Governor Oti use ZLP to as an alternative platform for?
This is democracy.
For governorship. I mean, for local government.
This is democracy. If ZLP people don't say Governor Oti used ZLP. If there are so many parties and every individual that decide to run, it's not even a ZLP alone that won in Abure State. There are so many other parties that won, YPP and whatever. So if parties win the election, so you stop them because they are not Nigerians or they are not within the confines of Abure State. Are you strong?
Is your party getting stronger or weaker?
Extremely stronger. Extremely stronger. You know one thing, Shehu, I want you to understand this. The awareness politically in Nigeria now is very strong. People should not take it for granted. Maybe the same way it was happening in 19 and 2000, and that is the same thing now. Any person that takes it for granted is making a lot of mistakes. Let me tell you, people know the truth. That whatever that is happening, that the position or the judicial position or legal position have not been taken into consideration till now, they're still waiting there. Go and see what is happening across the states. Labour Party members are there, very strong. Very strong.
So you are pushing ahead, Abure joins or not. In fact, you said that they are suspended members of your party.
I wonder why you're mentioning Abure. He was our national chairman. He's still not as expert. Does it mean that when, even in your organization here, you don't have time limit, you will be here forever, no retirement age? Once your tenure expires, forget about it.
So Abure is expired as far as you're concerned?
Of course. Of course. And moreover, you know, if you have some political accident and it becomes fatal, I mean, what do you do? That is why the Interim National Working Committee comes in, because there was a political accident, the tenure expired, there's no other thing to do than to bring an interim, because the party cannot operate in a vacuum.
Senator Darlington Nwokocha,
yes,
Labour Party Interim National Secretary, thanks so much indeed for your time tonight.
Thank you.